Welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about the 357 SIG cartridge. A lot of people tend to overlook this cartridge because it can be expensive and sometimes it can be hard to obtain, but it is a really effective defense round. It is effective to the point where I would consider it a decent home defense, but also if you're going to be hiking in bear or big cat country and you need something for a last line defense, a 357 SIG can get the job done with proper shot placement. Okay, I've got two here in particular I want to talk about. My favorite Gold Dot ammunition. Gold Dot has been around for a while. Gold Dot has what's called a bonded bullet. That bullet has a tendency to rarely or never separate. Holds together pretty good, flattens out, mushrooms pretty decent. Another one I got here is this Underwood ammunition. It shoots the same spear, Gold Dot, but it's pushing it at 1,475 feet per second. That is going to equate to somewhere in the neighborhood of the low 600 foot-pounds of energy transferred onto a target. And that is smoking, considering your best 45s are going to be pushing around the high to mid 400 foot-pounds of energy, and your 9mm, you're going to be able to get them in that same range, and plus P plus, I guess you can get it up to 500 foot-pounds of energy. Okay, but that being said, a lot of people overlook this. I like it because of two things. It's good, performs well on tissue, and it also performs well on vehicles. If you have to engage someone in the vehicle and you got to shoot through that T-bar, you're more likely to get through with that ammunition and that bonded bullet. It is very effective. A lot of the highway patrol units use it for that particular reason throughout the nation. Other thing, it performs very good on windshield glass. So, not a problem there. All right. What we have here is a comparison of different cartridges. You've got your 9mm here, 45, 40, 357 SIG round here, and 357 Magnum round. SIG was trying to duplicate the power of a 357 Magnum here when they came up with the 357 SIG. Basically, and I know people are going to want to get into the technicalities of it and the exact specs, but I'm just going to tell you like it is. Okay, basically what you're having here, this is a 45. The 357 SIG is basically a 40 caliber casing. There it is beside a 40 caliber casing, and you can see it is neck down. Right in here, it is neck down. Okay, and the projectile is more like a 9mm projectile. So basically what you got here is a little extra powder pushing this bullet right here and gives it an outstanding performance. Okay, all of these are good rounds. It comes down to personal preference, but this will do things that this one won't do, or this one, when it comes to hard targets and penetrating. And you get it in a semi-automatic platform. Okay, after showing you the differences between the cartridges, what I want to say is this. There are some rounds that I just automatically know that if I get a good hit with, that person is done. Let them hold one and keep on moving to the next target. You know, I've been trained, and when I teach my courses, I tell people we shoot for the T-zone. That's across the eyes and straight down. Try to make connection with that central nervous system. If I get someone that can't hold it in the T-zone, I shoot a triangle. That triangle is formed by the tip of the chin and by the chest. Form a more imaginary triangle. Usually, if you get a good hit in that area and they're not wearing body armor, it's over. They can be right outside the trauma room, the operating room, and they will not survive it. So, when you're shooting a bullet that has a velocity like this Underwood, this 125 grain going at 1,475 feet per second, you know, really, you don't have to exercise that double tap option. And for those of you all need a little illustration on that T-zone, this is the area that I'm talking about. That is my primary target area. Secondary target area would be that triangle. That triangle, if you can stay within that triangle, you got a lot of good stuff moving and connected going through this triangle area. If you're a little high, you might get that T-zone that I prefer, but still that is a good area, good target area. When you're shooting that quality ammunition, that bonded ammunition, and you practice with it, you know, you get good results on target, like I said. 357 SIG should not be overlooked. Some people, you know, this is what they complain about. It costs too much. It's hard to find. It kicks too bad. Well, here's the deal. If it costs too much, if price if it is an issue to you, then maybe you should step down to something that you could get more in your price range, and I understand that. It's hard to find. I doubt it. I've never been been denied an order or couldn't find 357 SIG. Now, you're not going to walk in Walmart and pull it off the shelf, or you might not walk in Bob's Tackle Shop and pull it off the shelf, but you can order it online, and it's usually to you within 1 or 2 days. Muzzle blast, if you're that sensitive to muzzle blast, you might want to try something like a water gun with hot water in it, okay? Weapons recoil, shotguns recoil. The further you go up on the lethality list, you know, they recoil. You train for that. So that's not an issue. But in closing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire my 357 SIG on it is a SIG 229 platform. By the way, I got a Legion on the way. But I want you to get a look at what the recoil is and how manageable it is. This is my SIG 229. It's roughly the size of a Glock 19. Okay, we're getting ready to fire 357 SIG in it, so I give you an idea on the recoil. .357 SIG.